All right, guys, welcome back to the Art of Craftsmanship. My name is Dustin, and today in the shop, we're going to be answering the question, is the Generation 4 Revolution grinder from Housemaid best 2x72 grinder on the market today? We're going to open up the box, we're going to take it out, we're going to set it up, we're going to try to answer that question with you guys, and we'll bring you along for the ride. So this came separately. Brian sent this. This is the motor, and this is a Iron Horse 3-phase motor. It's a 2 horsepower motor, but my electric down here is 110, so it's going to be about 1.5 horses. How about that? Whew. Try to get the motor out of the box. There we go. All right, well that worked. Not the easiest way to get it out of the box, but here we go. VFD. Let's see, that should be sitting on top. Yep. And here is our Gen 4. Drive wheel. Tool arm and some bolts. Ooh, it's like Christmas. All right, Brian made this awesome plaque for it. This is a forced patina in, I believe, copper. Just beautiful blue-green color. But this is the Revolution Gen 4 serial number 3, Housemaid Industrial, October 2021 with Brian's signature. This is beautiful. Super excited. Seven-inch drive wheel. Well, that's nice. Some hardware for whatever this is, which looks like it's a tool arm. So put that with that. It seems like an excessive amount of plastic wrap, but I know that Brian really takes pride in everything he does to make sure he can do it the best for his customers, and this just shows you that he really took the time to make sure these were protected really well. Oh, I see why. Oh, that's so pretty. This is the tool rest. And I can already see a difference between the Gen 1 and the Gen 4, which already has a cutaway specifically for the belt. Yeah. This is the platen arm, and this has beautiful Art of Craftsmanship logo on it. Now all this stuff, including the body, this doesn't come pre-built like this. Brian did this for us, but you would get everything flat, and if you can weld, then you're looking at about $550 for this entire premium pack, which is everything you need, all the hardware, all the pieces to put this together. Now that, including the price of the VFD and the motor, depending on what you buy and what you source, is going to put you probably at around $1,000, which that still $1,500, $2,000 less than what you would pay to buy a grinder pre-built like this. So it's definitely worth it. If you have the ability to weld, to buy this flat pack like this, it's just a super insane deal to be able to get something like this and have a really nice, fully built by the end 2x72 grinder for about $1,000 or less. Washers, all right, this goes here, so nut is there, washer, 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 brass spacer, okay, that side, like that. All right, that's so cool. So they don't just send you everything and assume you know how to put it together. He'll give you the plans on how to build everything. You can also buy just the plans, which is really cool, because then if you want, you can source all this stuff yourself and make it and cut it yourself and put everything together. You can have just the plans to walk you through. But I wanted to make sure I put these on the right way. Just this final tensioning knob. I believe there's some more screws in here, and they are to bolt on the motor. This is the last knob, which goes in, holds this in place. At least that gets us up into place somewhat. There. Forward and stop and reverse, that's already on here. We've got the KBAC series quick start instructions, mounting template, like that, and KBAC VFD motor hookup. All this is Chinese to me, and this is not a video about wiring up the VFD, so I'm not going to show you how to do that. But what I will say is you can go over to Brian's channel, Housework, and check out, he's got lots of videos all about the Revolution build, as well as how to wire VFDs and all sorts of that fun stuff. So if you want to see that wiring, go check him out. I'm going to just do all this, and we'll do a little time lapse, and the magic of editing, you'll see it all done when you come back. Okay, now, yeah, I saw that, yeah. T2 and T8. Well, that started out easier than it looked, but actually it wasn't, because I did have to take it apart 3 times, because if you saw, the first time I was just wiring from the top, and I realized I needed to go through one of these holes, so then I punched the hole and put it back through, started wiring it again, then I realized I actually had the connector piece that needs to go on the inside and the outside to attach the wire, so I take it back out, put it back together, we're ready to go. So let's go ahead and plug it in, make sure it works, and then we'll put it on the drive wheel. Sound good? Turn it all the way down. Start. Forward. Okay, so that is, all right, let's go reverse. All right, so it is wired up backwards right now. The reverse is going forward and the forward is going reverse. So I'll have to rewire that, just switch the two hots and it should fix it. There we go. Reverse, backwards, perfect. All right, here we go. Put that back on, we're all wired. I need to remove both of these grinders. I have my flat grinder and the 2x42. Both have been great grinders. I'll probably still use them in different places, but they got to go because this is where the new Revolution is going to go. It's going to sit next to the Gen 1. I'll have the Gen 4 here. This will be its new home. Try that. I'll show you some of the features of the grinder, and then we'll talk about why I think it's the best. Now, what we have here obviously is a 2x72 grinder. It runs a 2x72 belt. We have our drive wheel. This is a 7-inch drive wheel. We have a tracking wheel, and then our two platen wheels, which run up and down the platen. Now, your tooling arm and your work rest is all adjustable. Pull it in and out. Easily pulled in and out, and this is all made out of tube steel, so you can kind of create anything you want. The work rest is tiltable, so you have a full 45, and the platen is tiltable. So that gives you the versatility to really create whatever angles you want between both the platen and the work rest. And the other nice thing about this entire system is that the whole grinder is tiltable. So you can tilt it over, pull out your tooling arm, or pull out your work rest, flip it around, adjust this off, spin it, and then you have horizontal setup, and you can work directly on that with any type of horizontal grinding you want to do. Really nice to be able to have that. And with this one specifically, I do have the VFD with the reverse, so I can go left or right depending on where I want to shoot my sparks in the moment. So we can bring this back up. The last really nice feature about this is that it does have all the versatility that you would need in a grinder, but you can make it all yourself. And that's one of the great things I think about this grinder, and the reason why I think it is the best grinder on the market. Not because it does anything specifically different than other grinders, but what it does do is it gives you the versatility to be able to make all the parts yourself. The great thing about the Revolution and the house-made company is Brian is there to help you out. This is his baby, this is his invention. And what you get is you get that customer service. If you're working directly, you're emailing Brian, you have any questions, anyone you're talking to, when you call Housemade, it's Brian. He's made this, he knows everything, and his customer service is impeccable. Well, there you have it, guys. You saw I was able to mod this hatchet really quickly, turn up the speed, hog off some material, turn it down, work on that edge. Super nice. I love this machine. Super excited to have it. You know, I've had the Gen 1, it's been really awesome. The Gen 4 is that much better, and I can't thank Brian House enough for sending this over to the Art of Craftsmanship. This is going to be loved and used a lot in the shop. Make sure you go over and give Brian some love on his YouTube channel, Housework, and go over to housemade.us. Buy yourself some plans, buy yourself a kit, turn your maker switch on, and make yourself a revolution. So make sure you don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Please go over and follow us on Instagram. Check us out on Patreon if you want to support us there. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.